Hey everybody, it's your favorite YouTuber that always takes breaks, Dylan here. So long story short, I'll explain it later, but the schedule's going to be different once again, if you even want to call it a schedule at this point. So if you want to hear that, wait until the end of the video. Also, this video might contradict things, but whatever I say at the end of the video will be the I guess canon schedule until further notice. So yeah, there was an episode of Collision last night and probably several since the last time I did a note take for reviews, but I figured since I in parentheses owe you all something, I figured I'd upload the 7/15, so July 15th episode of Collision. But it starts off, the show does, with a little promo package, which I think they do this every week if I'm not mistaken. But it starts off with like FTR, Bullet Club Gold, Willow, Nightingale, not Jeff Hardy. That'd be freaking crazy though. Ruby Soho. There we go. I almost said Solo there. You know, that's something I need to see. Ruby Solo. Ricky Starks and CM Punk, they gave off short little promos basically saying they'll beat their respective opponents later on tonight. You know what? I was going to say who they are, but you'll kind of figure that one out as the night goes on. So I'll save the surprise for you all. And then we get the intro. Since I haven't done a Collision review yet, which I think I have like at least episode 1 in the books somewhere here. So, you know, be on the lookout for that. But also, like, since I haven't reviewed any episodes of Collision yet, I'm gonna like throw my opinion out about the show throughout the night and just how it's formatted. Which some things sound negative, but also are meant to be taken in more of a positive manner, I guess is the way to say it. Like, it can sound like it's supposed to be demeaning, but I don't mean it that way. But, however, smart of them and kind of predictable of them at the same time to use Saturday Night's Alright for Fighting by Elton John for Collision. But hey, I will always take an excuse to talk about Elton John, so bonus points to this overall episode just for that. I also appreciate them giving a little, I guess, like roundup, like, hey, in case you're not watching, these are the feuds going on, the little like, I'm going to defeat this person, no, I'm going to defeat this person, and so on. A complaint that I've heard about the show is that it feels a lot like Rampage, despite at the time this was like the 5th episode, give or take. So far I can see that because Rampage eventually just became the recap show, but also not really looking back at it, it kind of had its own feeling. If you mean Rampage in the sense of like, it's just a filler show, it's just a recap, it's just another way for AEW to get people to watch, it's not advancing stories, etc. I get it in that regards. So hopefully that means Rampage can actually become a secondary show, or we just forget its existence and it gets canceled. I don't know, whatever's for the best. Ian Riccaboni is the lead announcer, I believe. Am I correct? Yes. And he welcomes us to, holy shit, I'm going to try to pronounce this, no promises, Scotiabank Saddledome, Calgary, Alberta. No, Alberta. That's an old thing, I think. Canada. Alongside him is Nigel McGuinness announcing for the night, and Ian is the babyface, and Nigel leans more towards heels, but can give in-ring wrestling perspective. Immediately they take it to ringside to Dasha, where she announces a 2 out of 3 falls match to start off the show between Bullet Club Gold, I can get this, hold on, too many apostrophes and C's. Bullet Club Golds, yeah, I did it, Jay White and Juice Robinson against FTR. And dear Lord, this is in a positive manner, as you will learn. This is like 3/4 of the effing show tonight. Also, maybe not another complaint, but something I just came up with that could be a complaint, so I'm going to say somebody else said it. This really does, so far, feel like it could have just been Ring of Honor. I don't understand why they had to make another AEW brand. I get it, recent Ring of Honor since New Japan stopped merging with them, and basically since AEW was created, that Ring of Honor era before they crashed was a little rough. Like, they had great talent, but God, they just did not know how to utilize them. But what I'm getting at, besides bad-mouthing a dead promotion basically at the time, is that this would have been a great way to showcase like Ring of Honor, and you can showcase the talent coming up to it while getting a brand deal, having them a TV deal. I don't know if like they can't do it considering it's been, I don't know, X amount of years since they've been on TV, so maybe that like goes against agreement they had or something, but just food for thought. This could have easily been Ring of Honor or a subsidiary of Ring of Honor. Commentary brings up how this might have been a big mistake for Bullet Club Gold since FTR are 6-2 in 2 out of 3 falls matches. Of course, I can't recall the other one, but I believe one of the 2 that they have lost was against the Briscoes. Yes, it was. Okay, I didn't even have to Google that because I remembered it. Ignore that clicking, you didn't hear anything. I appreciate FTR's tights paying homage to the Hart Dynasty since they're in Calgary and literally in Stampede. I think this same area where the Hart Dungeon either used to be or like the same building is. So, the first fall goes to Bullet Club Gold after FTR goes for a Shatter Machine, but Juice ends up shoving Cash into Dax when it's a spot for like wanted them to grab them or for them to go up, I believe. So that makes one of them roll out of the ring. Oh, sorry, no, that breaks it up and one of them ends up rolling out of the ring. Then Switchblade ends up hitting Cash with the Switchblade. After Juice gives him the right fist, it was like a transition to like the Switchblade, boom, right fist, boom. And they got 3. And holy shit, that took 30 minutes to get. No exaggeration. The first 30 minutes of the show, with the exception of that little like, hi, welcome to the show, here's our intro, was nothing but them. Oh my god. I don't want to spoil my ranking, but I think my reaction alone is going to give it away. In my opinion, maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe there's better matches, but this easily is match of the year. Like, okay, I'm going to get back into the review so it makes sense. So they had a pretty sick sequence where Bullet Club Gold was going to hit Dax with the spiked pile driver, but Dash ends up shoving Juice off the top rope when he's about to jump, and he hits a sunset flip on Switchblade as he was fighting with Dax at the same time like Switchblade was to get out of the pile driver. That's another thing I appreciate about FTR. They make it feel real. Look, I know, yada yada, the cat's out of the bag, whatever. But if I'm going to suspend my suspension of disbelief, I don't want you to slap me in the face and be like, hey, look at this phony stuff I'm doing in the middle of the ring. At least make my viewing time worth it. Sorry to sound like a Karen up in this son of a bee, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure you get it. You're a wrestling fan. So I'm gonna cut that one before I continue any further. But yeah, that's tying it all back. That's why I appreciate FTR, because every last movement they do, for the most part, seems like it's like a struggle, like it's a dire situation for them to win. No ifs, ands, or buts. Oh, by the way, Juice didn't want to go over, like in wrestling, he didn't want to go over for the sunset flip, so Cash ends up shoving him over, and Dax clotheslines him. They flipped it for a 2. I think I meant to say, like, Dax clotheslines him, and the sunset flip connects for a 2. Reading my notes after, like, it's been basically a month since I've seen it is hilarious, because I'm like, what the hell did you mean by that, Dylan? Alright. Anyway, I'm going to presume Bullet Club Gold here is what I meant by they, but no, continuation. So FTR then hits, like, a razor's edge thrown into a diamond cutter, and Cash rolls him up for a 2 count. Another freaking awesome spot that they're going to do. Jay gets chopped on the turnbuckle. I don't think it was machine gun chops, but he gets chopped while he's up there. And then Dax gives him a superplex. And it was going to be this is a reoccurring spot from the week before, a callback, if you will, if it is. Sorry. But yeah, the week before they did this spot to a team where Dax superplexed them off the top and Cash hit a frog splash or the other way around. So they tried that spot again, but Jay put his knees up and Juice ended up frog splashing Dax. Jay was the legal man, so it took a while for him to crawl out for the pin. Okay, I'm following you. Hold on, no, I'm not following you. I don't know what that meant, but it was a 2 count either way. Somebody from FTR pinned somebody from Bullet Club Gold for a 2 count. FTR hits a double down. Wait, I put a double down. A double down. What do I mean by double? Oh, okay. So they did the double down spot twice. I think that's what I mean. Off the ropes into a shatter machine. No, okay, then they did it once off the ropes, and it became a shatter machine for the first pinfall for them at 46 minutes. Holy fucking shit. I love wrestling. That was my note to add on to that. From what I remember of that match, my opinion stayed the same, brother. They had a spot where they just tumbled into the crowd and started brawling, and no. So they quote unquote fell out of the ring into the crowd. They were brawling at ringside and went for a superplex or something, but Dax and one of them ended up falling. I think it was Jay White. Yeah, they ended up quote unquote falling over the guardrail, and they had a medic look at him. Hats off to them though, because I thought he was legit hurt for a second. They have a spot after everything gets working again, for this to make sense. As they're going to commercial, where Dax and Juice just I wrote tumble over the top rope, but it's a thing where you go for a suplex, and when you're going for a suplex, your opponent reverses and tries to go onto the apron, but you both end up tumbling over the top. I love that spot when it's done correctly. It's like the Tiger Driver 91 or 98, or the other name that the Tiger Driver goes by, or I guess now the 23. When it's done correctly and used sparingly, I forgot the year, 97, 96, 93, I believe, but I digress. When it's used sparingly, it's such a fucking beautiful move, because it's holy shit, did they just fucking mean to do that? And it gets you thinking. And once you think, you watch it back, and you slow it down, and you see, okay, I see how they did it. And you get sucked into the magic for a second. I love moves like that when they're done correctly, because they look sloppy intentionally, and it makes me think that it was an accident. Whether that's how they planned it or not, that's how my brain perceives it, and I just fucking love spots like that. Apparently, commentary said something that made me think, right? Shocker, I can do that. So when this match hit the 1 hour mark, apparently commentary said that they were in hour 2, which, by the way, that's not how that works. So when you turn 1, it's not because it is because you've been here 365 days. You don't just become 1 when you're born. Minute 1 starts off year 1. No. You're in hour 1 going in. You're going into hour 1 now. You just finished hour 1. That would mean you're starting hour. Shit, you know what? Cut the feed. Anyways, 5-minute mark happens. Commentary. Timekeeper is 5 minutes remain. And after a 2-minute sequence, FTR hits double sharpshooter, but Dax's knee gives out and Cash gets exhausted and I think he flops to the floor if I'm not mistaken, or something happens. Juice goes for Pulp Fiction, but as Dax was down, He pulled down his knee pad, Dax did, because it gave his bad knee circulation. I don't know the logistics of this, so I'm not questioning it, even though I have knee issues. I get it. So, like, whenever I put my knee brace on, it tightens the side of my knee and compresses it. So you would actually have better flow. But you don't need flow when you're bent over, because when you're bent over, that would cut off circulation. So I guess, okay, yeah, it makes sense in that regard. Anyway, once he does that, he puts in the sharpshooter again for the win around 58 minutes. And in the best way ever, that match exhausted me. To crown off a momentous occasion, I will say it this way. Spoiler alert, 5-star matches, whenever I do give them out, are going to be so sparingly, I hope. Because if every other match is 5-star, it loses its specialness. With that being said, this match can have every fucking 5-star in my pocket. Like, give it out Dave Meltzer style here for a New Japan event, you know what I mean? This was such a fucking beautiful match. If there's another set of teams, minus FTR and somebody else, that could give me an hour-long tag team match, 2 out of 3 falls, and not bore me, you will get a 5-star as well. But 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars. I hit the Booker T gimmick there, sorry. Alright, after the match, FTR sticks out their hands for Bullet Club Gold to shake them. And after teasing it, they won't shake their hands. They actually spit in their hands, and that's how we end the segment. After that, we come back from commercial, and they plug what's going on in AEW this week. And I'm going to quote myself here. Quote, "And you best believe if I have any reviews I have to do, it's this Wednesday for Blood and Guts." So funny, I said that week. Didn't get a chance to do that review. Said that for episode 200, like 2 or 3 days ago. I was like, before last Wednesday, I was like, oh, I gotta watch episode 200. I'm gonna make sure Dash the one I return on. Didn't do that. So here we are. Nana. Alright, after they plug Blood and Guts and a bunch of other things, we head to the ring where they have the finals of the Owen Hart's women's tournament between Ruby Soho and Willow Nightingale. They have a pretty stellar match, and I want to apologize to the competitors on the rest of this card. Just that opener had me worn out so bad that I can't even think correctly to commentate over your matches. So, like, I know, freaking Ruby Soho and CM Punk and Willow Nightingale, etc. are going to watch this video one day and be like, why didn't you say something good about my match? Well, you have to understand, I'm worn out by this point. They have an awesome spot where Ruby pulls out the spray paint, and it looks like she's going to spray Willow, I think, but the ref ends up looking or something like that, and somehow she plants it on Willow, and the ref is like, now Willow, you don't want to do that now, give her like a warning, which, by the way, biased refs piss me off. Willow ends up winning with a sit-out powerbomb. She is very emotional, and so is Cowboy Tony Khan when he ends up coming out. He looks like he's about to cry, and I'm all for this. Congratulations, you deserve the best. I'm glad this year is working out for you, and whenever PWI comes out this year for, like, top 20 or top 100 women in the wrestling world, if you're not on this list, Willow, I'm gonna have a problem with that. They plug Blood and Guts more, and then we go to the ring where we have the finals of the Owen Hart's. Wait, the Owen Hart's women. Son of a bitch! I already read this. Okay. Okay, there we go. After the match that I apparently was so nice I wanted to read twice, they have a replay of what happened last week in the men's semifinal between Hobbs and QT Marshall. And then they have an interview backstage. Just to hedge up, I won't specify what happened the week before because eventually I plan on reviewing that. But Hobbs should have won with the gear he won alone, to be honest. Like, that is gear of the night. After that, recap. They plugged Starks and Punk for the main event tonight. I think it was Owen's men's main event, yeah. And we go to a tag team match between the Kings of the Black Throne, and there's a commercial break to interrupt their entrance. Come on. We need to talk to commentary. We need to talk to people who freaking pace the show. Stop cutting off cool entrances on WWE, AEW, Impact. I don't know if they do it or not. You get what I'm saying. Stop that. Alright, after they come back, they're going against some jobbers. So, as much as I love watching the House of Black and think they're great, respectfully, this is going to get a skip for me because it's predictable. House of Black wins, and after the match, Andrade comes out because, in case you don't know, I'll summarize this. First episode or second episode, something like that, House of Black ends up, Buddy Matthews ends up feuding with Andrade, and they end up stealing Andrade's mask. So, right now, he's trying to get his mask back from the House of Black. Yeah, that's basically it. I'm just trying to think if there's any other highlights I missed, but, you know, if I can summarize it to be as cut dry as possible, there you go. It ends with them posing in the middle of the ring with the mask in front of them, and then the commentary afterwards plugs the rest of AEW for like the third time this show. Come on, it's only like an hour and a half long. You can't plug AEW that many times. We get it. You're wrestling. Alright. After that, we start the men's final between Stark and Punk. And to give you your Punk update per crowd, which, spoiler alert, I will do once I start reviewing Collision. Sorry, once I review the first episode of Collision. What am I reviewing? I'm going to do a CM Punk crowd update for each episode that I remember to do. So this one was, I think I wrote neutral, right? Yeah, this one was a neutral crowd, and like 1 second they're cheering him, the next second they're booing him, the next second they're chanting his name, etc., etc. I know he does now, so don't get on me, but at this time I wrote down, I wish he could have a character so we can know what to correctly do. What was that? Alright. The match was a sweet back and forth match that ended with a set of roll-ups, and then Ricky Starks ended up grabbing the rope to get the 3 count to win. I think that was a heel turn for him, by the way, from the little bit I've seen of the aftermath of this. Solid match. I'll rank it 3.5 stars. Congratulations, Ricky Stark. Hopefully you can get a push eventually. Please, I've been begging for this push for so long. As they go off, they're plugging Battle for the Belts. Also, by the way, throughout this match, they were like, if we end up going long, our broadcast partners said we can take that time out of Battle for the Belts. So that's cool that they kind of made it feel that much more real. But yeah, they big fireworks explosion, and they plug Battle for the Belts coming on next, which I'll get a review for that eventually. I don't know when. I ain't gonna rush myself, but eventually. It's crazy to think about this. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the review... I'm gonna look real quick, because I have my channel up like every narcissistic asshole should. I think the last review I either uploaded or planned... Yes, the last review I uploaded. Okay, the last AEW... No, I lied. Okay, one of the last reviews I uploaded, if I can get it out, was Battle for the Belts number 1. I believe this is number 1, right? Battle for the Belts. Yeah, this was the first one in 2022. So in literally less than a year, they have had 6 different Battle for the Belts. Holy shit. I think they have like 4 pay-per-views a year, right? Is this like a pay-per-view or a TV special? I'm not sure. But point taken, I'll have the 7th one up eventually. I don't know when, but eventually. Just like I'll have Money in the Bank 2023's review up eventually. I'll have SummerSlam's review up eventually. I'll have last night's... Well, let's see here. I'm going to upload this on Monday because I'm a little bit off. So I'll have Raw up eventually. And then subsequently Dynamite and all the shows I'll have up eventually. All the shows are coming, just give me time. This episode I would like to say, I didn't rate it on here, but I'm just trying to remember. 4.5 stars overall. You know what? That's what I'll rate it. Yeah. Alrighty, I think I said it in the video, but just in case I didn't, this is the end of the video. I thank you very much for tuning in to a very late review, but here we go. Speaking of late reviews, sorry, the video's like over with. If you enjoyed it, like it, share it, subscribe to the channel. If you want to see more reviews or gameplay or every now and then quote-unquote daily news, or maybe just tier lists, whatever. If you like wrestling content, this is the place for you. I would very much appreciate a little community to chit-chat with. So if you want to be a part of that community, hey, subscribe to become part of the D Nation. I think that's my old gimmick on this. Sorry. I ramble a lot. I'm going to be honest with you, like I normally do when I do these little end credits. I just give myself a bullet point, right? I don't know how to explain this with both in the literal sense. I don't know how I'm going to handle this. And I don't know how to explain it without revealing too much personal, like behind-the-scenes stuff. But long story short, when it comes to daily reviews, I'm gonna put that on a pause real quick. I say real quick, but it might be for the foreseeable future. Yeah, it's a mixture of things. Doing stuff daily when it's not your predominant job and trying to hold down another job. A pain in the ass to do, but between that and mental breaks and mental burnouts and just procrastination, as well as 80 billion IRL tasks getting in the way, and a lot of other financial things as well getting in the way, I can't do it daily. And that sucks to have to admit that I have to cancel something that I started, that I canceled, that I started. I hate pausing the daily reviews as much as I do. That it just blows. Eventually though, before you tune out, eventually we will be back on a day, whatever my previous schedule was. I will be back on that schedule, hopefully eventually. It just depends on how this channel goes. You know how that be. So, in the meantime though, I do have 9 or 10 previous reviews that I wrote down a long time ago, and by a long time ago I mean within the past month or two. So for the ones that I have written down, I'm gonna record those and post those sparingly. I don't know. So the only thing I can say that you can expect on a week-to-week basis, just ignore Pumpkin in the background if you can hear her. The only thing you can expect on a week-to-week basis, and even then it's asterisk, is gameplay. So I got the rest of Darby Allin's Road to Elite. I have the rest of 2K22 whenever I gradually upload that. Good God, it's been a while since I even recorded that. But yeah, I got that. I got Road to Elite Darby edition. I have the rest of these recordings that I say recordings, but I haven't even recorded them yet. And just I have content. I think I did a Sporkle, something on the Sporkle. I have a couple tier lists I'll probably do. I think I just made hi. I think I just made up that tier list thing. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna backtrack on that, but I'll probably do some tier lists in the meantime. What I'm trying to frantically say is this channel isn't dead. It's not a dead channel. I still have some to upload, and I have other content besides wrestling reviews, but expect the uploads to be either more sparingly or once a week at most. Maybe twice if I'm feeling spicy and I over-edit or something like that. Alright, sorry guys, I hate to keep on being oh, I'm back, oh hey, we're going down to 1-2 videos a week, oh hey, I'm back. Eventually I'll have it situated, but for the time being we're down to 1 to 2 videos sparingly until I'm out of these reviews. And I might do like 1 to 2 videos just for funsies. I don't know. We'll see what the future holds. I'm quit rambling. Bye bye. Whoop.